What's up YouTube, capital G here. So this is really interesting and I'm not exactly sure what to make of it yet. It's so fresh and so new. I haven't fully processed it yet, but you guys know how in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links there are speed duels, and if you don't know what speed duels are, they're basically kind of like anime duels. You have way less life points. I believe Duel Links actually just bumped up to 5,000 for competitive duels, but let's just say 4,000 life points. You have a deck size that is significantly smaller. You open up with less cards. You don't have a main phase 2 if I'm not mistaken. Essentially, it is a quicker, more condensed duel, and it's kind of made to make the game a lot easier, more accessible for like younger kids, so that they don't have to learn the link mechanic and how link points work and pendulum summoning and all of these weird, complicated things like Exceed summoning and, you know, missing the timing and if and all those other things. But anyways, it looks like Konami is really serious about speed duels, and they're starting to actually make plans to release cards that are going to be for the physical card game, like the regular cards that we all play in competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Or casual or locals or whatever. Looks like they're going to be releasing cards for speed duels in the physical card game. Konami's actually planning on releasing 2 starter decks in November, and they're actually going to have smaller decks inside of them to support some of the anime characters from the DM series. And this is actually kind of smart that they pick some of these characters, because some of these characters are some of the most popular characters in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise. Plus, if you've played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links or if you've seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! DM anime, you're going to recognize all these characters. So they're going to release, I believe this is, so Friday, November 30th, they're going to release 2 structure decks, or excuse me, starter decks. One is going to be Destiny Masters, and then the other is going to be Duelists of Tomorrow. And then in each one of those starter decks, you're going to have 3 smaller speed decks. One of them, and I guess Destiny Masters, this is going to focus around the Millennium item users. So you're going to have Yugi Moto or Yami Yugi, whatever, just Yugi. You're going to have Ishizu Istar, which I don't even know what deck she even plays. I mean, she only dueled like once on the show against Kaiba, at least that I can remember. And then you're going to have a Pegasus deck. Then you're going to also have 9 skill cards. So this is how you can tell it's just like Duel Links. You're going to have 3 for each character, and you're going to have 3 ultra rare variant cards. And then in the Duelists of Tomorrow, you're going to get Kaiba, My Valentine, and Joey Wheeler. Same deal. You're going to have 3 skill cards. Now, it says here that some of these cards are only going to be used for speed dueling. I would imagine like some of the cards, maybe because could they have some of the old school cards? Like, would Kaiba have Vorse Raider? Would you be able to use the speed duel card in like a real Yu-Gi-Oh! A real Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel? I wonder how it's actually going to work. But yeah, definitely looks like Konami is bringing essentially Duel Links to real life Yu-Gi-Oh! It seems like they're just going to be kind of a separate thing, and I think that this could be something that I don't know, in a year, Konami looks at and they think, wow, this definitely expanded, you know, the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! To thousands of more players, people who were interested in Duel Links but wanted to go to locals and play Duel Links, or it could just end up being a colossal failure, because I've been playing this game half my life and I remember all the different, different formats that Konami has created. A lot of them just weren't used. I mean, even look at Traditional. Traditional has been around for forever. No, like, tournaments barely ever support Traditional. You know, you have some other ones like, I remember way back in the day when there was like the Hobby League formats where all your monsters had to be one type. There has been other Yu-Gi-Oh! Products in the past, like Dungeon Dice Monsters. They had an entire mini arc in the anime to try to get that off the ground. Dungeon Dice Monsters really never succeeded. So I wonder how exactly this is going to turn out, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is insanely popular. There are millions of people who play that fucking game, and I wonder if Konami has, you know, the plans on releasing full-on booster sets for this, I guess, physical version of speed duels. Like, this could be a whole nother wormhole that could introduce, you know, another 20, 30, 40, 50,000 players to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! People who are not interested in how complicated the game is now. People who just want to play essentially Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links but want to be able to go to actual, you know, real tournaments and meet and interact with other players. And I think that it's kind of smart that they're just starting out with a couple of $10 starter decks, because I'm pretty sure that there are some kids who play Duel Links that have no interest in ever actually putting in any real money, because I know that you can probably, you know, invest some real money, get gems or whatever the fuck it is on Duel Links and get packs. But this can be a way of actually keeping those cards permanently and actually holding them and whatnot whatnot. So I don't know, maybe there'll be a big allure there. But what do you guys think? Is this going to replace Yu-Gi-Oh? I know some people are automatically going to say that. Cap G, this is Yu-Gi-Oh 2 Duel Links in real life. If that happens, then I guess I'll become a speed duel channel and I'll have to learn all the ins and outs of speed duels, especially like the character skills. I haven't really dealt with character skills since I was, I don't know, man, maybe like 18, and I played one of the Game Boy Advance games. I just remember that Bandit Keith only opened with 5 cards, and he was like always easy to beat because he never drew for turn. And it was like, what the fuck, Keith? You don't, like, why aren't you drawing for your turn? That's the only experience I have with like Yu-Gi-Oh characters and like skills and whatnot. But whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think as far as, is this going to be successful or not? I feel like it can be if Konami markets it right. Like if they start advertising this in Duel Links itself, maybe, because it's only a $10 investment to kind of get started. And you kind of get, and you get 3 decks on top of that. So if there were 2 Duel Links players, hypothetically, you could buy just the Masters, or you could buy the Destiny Masters, and you could play Yugi's deck, and your opponent could play Pegasus deck. So you don't even have to invest that much. Like maybe this can be, I don't know, a new avenue for Yu-Gi-Oh. Whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.